Hey guys, it's Eric here at Farpoint Farms. Check it out. I've got the new OOPS Mega One power station. If you've been following the channel for a while, you know that I already own two other OOPS units. They are from the first generation from this company, and they work great, but they don't have the fast charge capacity. And as part of my experiences over Hurricane Helene, I decided it was time to replace those with ones that are a little faster as far as charging goes. And so that is the Mega One here, and it's a beast. The capacity is 1,024 watt hours, which is a good amount. And we are looking at a total input on solar of 800 watts max. So that is pretty quick charging ability. Where it really makes the difference though is the AC charge input. The old OOPS units that I have, they had a power brick and they maxed out at 200 watts. So if you run one all the way down, it did take a good long time to charge back up. If you were using it for travel, it wasn't that big of a deal. But in the event like Hurricane Helene, that became an issue with running the generator just for an hour with something like this versus 5 or 6 hours to charge something at 200 watts an hour. So this one does charge at 1,400 watt max, which is a good amount. AC output here, 20 amp max. Peak is 4,500 watts, so you can definitely run an AC machine for a short period of time, or a microwave, or a coffee maker, or a variety and combination of those things. It's pretty powerful. And we do have a USB-A and USB-C outputs as well. 18 watts for the A, and what do we got here? 100 watts on USB-C, which is pretty wild. Net weight of this is 27.8 pounds, so we'll say 28 pounds. That's not terrible. And it'll run from 0 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius, or 0 degrees Fahrenheit to 104 degrees. Hopefully we're not dealing with heat like that, but it does occasionally happen. And so I'm going to go ahead and open it up, and we'll go look at this. I'm not going to power anything up with this, y'all. If you've been following this, you can take a look at some of my videos and see the kind of things that we were running with these portable power packs. Plus, I have a whole video just on portable power packs you can check out as well. And you can see what I'm talking about there. So let me go ahead and get this all laid out on the table. There it is. So there's not a ton to this. I've covered most of the information you need to know about it, but let me go ahead and get the manual out. Take a look at it real quick. And I'll go through the ports that it has and whatnot. So it does look like 19 pages, all in English here. And there's even a app that you can download if you want to. As far as the cabling that comes with it here, we do have the Anderson style plug on one end and our regular solar PV style plugs on the other, so we can convert that and hook to a solar array. Like I have a 600 watt array here on the roof that charges up what's going to be this. So this one here I'm going to use to replace a broken one that we had fail over the storm. Not OOPS brand, another brand. And so this will be the new replacement. It'll actually kind of power what you're seeing right here, our little studio here. So we do have a cigarette lighter output as well. 2 regular style outputs. Then we have 4 regular 120. And we do have a whole bunch of USB-C. Let's go ahead and power it up. And it came with a 68% charge. Well, that's pretty good. And then to power up the individual stuff, you can see here, it gives you a wattage reading and how many hours it will operate at that wattage. So it gives you a really great way of tracking. All right, over on this side, it's got a nice rubber cover over it. I can't really get it with my fingernails because I don't have any fingernails, but pry that open. There's our fast charging port, our Anderson port, and a resettable. So it has a trippable fuse there that can be reset. And then ventilation here on this side. The back is just solid piece here. And on the front here, again, I can't open it without no fingernails, but that is a proprietary connection. You can add additional storage. You can add another battery to this thing, and so that you can double the storage capacity. It's still going to be a maximum of whatever amount of wattage that this thing said it came with, but you will be able to have it run for a longer time. And I eventually will probably upgrade and get a battery for this as well, because I feel like this is going to, like I said, it's going to be replacing the one that broke. And so we're going to use this nonstop. It's nice if we have a bunch of cloudy days or we get good snow and I can't get up there to clean the solar panels off. This will actually allow us to continue to operate, for a longer period of time with that battery connector. So that's what we're going to do there. they've changed the color. The old ones were orange. Here's a pictures of, or video, we'll see what I can come up with, of the old ones. And I got 2 of them. And they both work wonderfully. Like I said, if it weren't for the fact that the charging is a little slower than these more modern models, I would have kept it forever. But I'm going to pass those along to somebody anyway. All right, so let's see here. Rated power is 2,000 watts on AC, but peak is 4,500. DC output 12 volts, 10 amps. USB-C, like we said, 18 amps on A, 100 watts, not amps, 18 watts on USB-A, 100 watts on USB-C. Charging is the big improvement. 1,400 watts input on AC, 800 watts input on solar, and that's pretty awesome. And then even DC charging direct from a car would be 8 amp charge, so that's not terrible either. Honestly, that's about 400 watts, give or take. Battery capacity is 1,024 watt hours, and it is a 52 volt system, so it's a pretty high voltage system here, which is more efficient for charging. So, and I've done other videos on solar for beginners, but 12 volt systems, 24 volt systems, very rare to find 36, and then 48 volt. Those all have advantages, with 48 volt being the most efficient way to charge up stuff and to use your energy without losses in the lines. I don't really see anything else in here that's that we haven't already covered. It's just talking about solar. So this is important here. Before connecting solar panel, please confirm the output open circuit voltage of the solar panel is within 80 volts to avoid damage to the product. So when you're going to set them up, if you're going to set up a bunch of panels, 12 volt panels, and you can add them up, just make sure that your open voltage circuit voltage is less than 80 volts. So probably, I would imagine about 3, because usually each 12 volt panel puts out about 18 point something volts when it's open circuit, no load on it. So about 3 of those gets you close without going too far over. So I would probably limit it to 3 panels. Awesome. Well, I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to be plugging in random stuff. Y'all pretty much know what you get when you get something like this. I guess I will point out I didn't show this. So this is our fast charge to the house or to a generator. This one here is our Anderson to solar charge, and it also does come with the ability to charge Anderson plug in, and then this would go to your vehicle cigarette lighter, and you can literally run the car and charge it. This would have been like the least likely option you would want to use during a power outage, because your vehicle doesn't get a whole lot of great gas mileage just sitting there idling. It's going to burn a lot of fuel. That being said, this is ultra important when we are traveling, because we can use, if we don't have the solar on the roof of our van, which sometimes we do, sometimes we don't, well then we can plug this into the car, and the whole day that we're driving, it's charging. And then when we get to wherever we're going, it's fully charged. So that's pretty awesome. Well, I guess that'll do it for today. I'll leave a link to where you can pick up one of these things. And I'm glad for all of you new folks who have joined the channel to learn more about off-grid living and solar power in general. You've come to the right place. I certainly have made some videos on it over the years. Till next time, my friends, take care.